SummerSlam 2024 is tonight. And before we get there, we are going to talk about my predictions for this show. So we're going to start off with Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. I'm very excited for this show as a whole, but when this match was first announced, I was not really excited for it whatsoever. It is for the Undisputed Championship. But I just thought, Solo, there's no way that he's going to beat Cody Rhodes at this stage. Maybe a little more down the line, it would make more sense for Solo to beat Cody. Maybe like in a couple years, Solo would have been elevated. But I don't know. I don't see Solo Sikoa as the caliber to beat Cody Rhodes. So I wasn't that excited. But then they added the Bloodline rules stipulation on there, and now I'm pretty excited for it. We can see Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu, a new member of the Bloodline. We could see Roman Reigns. This is something I need to address. Will Roman Reigns come back at SummerSlam? In my opinion, no. I do not think this is. I mean, like, I want Roman Reigns back, obviously. I don't know who doesn't, but I don't think this is the spot for Roman Reigns. I don't know when else. Like, at the same time, it's like, I don't know when else it could be. Like, this is the second biggest show of the year. But, more of me thinks that Roman Reigns will not show up because for starters, if he screws over Solo Sikoa, that means he's helping Cody Rhodes, the man who took his title at WrestleMania. So what sense would that make? It would make a little more sense for him to show up after the match, and if he did that, I wouldn't be as shocked. Well, I don't know. I don't really think this is the spot for Roman Reigns here. But obviously, I want Roman Reigns to come back, obviously. But I do think Cody Rhodes will pick up the victory here. Moving into our second world title match on the show, both world titles on the line. We've got Damian El Campeon Priest taking on the Ring General, the King of the Ring, Gunther. This match is going to be awesome. I've been a really big fan of the build to this match, and I think Gunther's pretty underrated on the microphone. He can sell a match pretty good on the microphone, and his mic work has been pretty good in the lead up to this. The build has been really good, bringing up Damian Priest's past and everything, sort of turning him babyface. He's getting over kind of towards the more babyface side of him. Excuse me, but I don't know how like I don't know if he's babyface or like gonna turn babyface here or something. Because obviously he's still in the Judgment Day, the top heel faction on Monday Night Raw. I do think I didn't actually think this through before I did this video, but I do think this title is coming off of Damian Priest. I think that Gunther is going to be your new World Heavyweight Champion right there. So some people are saying like Damian Priest is getting over as a babyface, so you shouldn't take the title off of him. But I think that Gunther will pick up the victory. Moving into our United States Championship match, we have LA Knight. Yeah, I don't actually have an LA Knight figure. And then we have Logan Paul right here. Well, I also don't have a Logan Paul figure, so I'm using Chris Jericho and then Arn Anderson. But for the United States Championship right here, I'm very excited for this match, and I hope we see a new United States champion. His name is LA Knight. People are saying like, oh, if LA Knight doesn't win, then he's just gonna fall off. He's never gonna be relevant again. That's not the opinion I hold, but I do really think LA Knight could use a win here and use the United States Championship. In my opinion, LA Knight will pick up the victory and he will win the United States Championship right there. Yeah, I cannot wait for that match. And Logan Paul, like I understand like being a like his reign has not been bad, but it's just like he hasn't really been there. He's been kind of boring. But I guess I do kind of understand that, just like special appearances and all that, but it does get kind of annoying. Jumping into our Intercontinental Championship match, we have Braun Breaker going up against Sami Zayn. These two, of course, just fought at Money in the Bank, so I wouldn't say I'm insanely excited for this match, but at the same time, it's like their match at Money in the Bank was pretty good, so this match ought to be pretty good as well. I love Sami Zayn, I love Braun Breaker, and I think that Braun Breaker will pick up the victory and the Intercontinental Championship here. It wouldn't really make sense for him to drop two matches to Sami Zayn, so I think this is where Sami Zayn's title reign is going to end. And I think after this, once Roman Reigns comes back, which could possibly be tonight, possibly not, who knows, Sami Zayn will rejoin the OG bloodline and become the honorary Uce once again. So there's four people in the new bloodline, and then you have Roman and the Usos. Who's gonna join them 4-on-4 for War Games? Not Paul Heyman, Sami Zayn. Moving into our Women's World Championship match, we have Liv Morgan going up against Rhea Ripley. This match ought to be pretty decent. Rhea Ripley is really good, so obviously I like the story going into this match, like Dominic Mysterio being torn between them, or so they say. I think secretly Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio are actually working together, like behind Rhea Ripley's back, and all that tangent that Dominic Mysterio did to Liv Morgan the other week on Raw was all a ruse by Liv and Dom. And I think Liv Morgan will retain here, possibly with the help of Dominic Mysterio. But this time, I don't think it's going to be like accidental help. I think it's going to be like legitimate help, like on purpose, trying to help Liv Morgan. Like he's accidentally helped Liv Morgan before, but this is going to be on purpose by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Would I like to see Rhea Ripley win the title? Yes, but I do think that Liv Morgan will retain. The second to last match right here is for the Women's Championship over on SmackDown. We have Bayley going up against Queen Nia Jax. A lot of people have differing opinions on this match. Some people say Nia Jax. Some people say Bayley. Some people say Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in, which I don't think is likely because it's like Tiffany Stratton. She just got that new briefcase last night on SmackDown, which looks fantastic, by the way. I can't wait to get that in like an action figure or something. That would be awesome. But she's got the new pink briefcase, and I don't think they would retire it as soon as she got it. Especially since Nia Jax said don't cash it in tonight. But I think Bayley will retain and Nia Jax will fail. Later down the line, I think Nia Jax will win the world title, but I think now is not the time. And then moving into the match that I'm probably most excited about on this show, Drew McIntyre going up against CM Punk. And who's the special guest referee for this match? It happens to be Seth freaking Rollins. Now, when they first announced Seth Rollins as the special guest referee for this match, I had mixed thoughts. I was like, okay, it doesn't really need this, right? But now that they've like gone a little more in depth and explained it a little more, like Seth Rollins, like he's the only person courageous enough to be the referee for these two. I do think this is a really good idea, having Seth as a special guest referee. And he has to screw somebody over here. If he calls it down the middle, that would be kind of boring and it wouldn't make any sense. Who will Seth screw? There are some really very hard picks. Like I feel like either of these guys could win. I think Seth Rollins will screw CM Punk and DM Hunk will pick up the victory. No, I thought about this for a long time. Once upon a time, I said CM Punk, then I said Drew, then I said Punk, but I've settled on that Drew McIntyre is going to win, and they're going to revisit the rivalry between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Maybe a main event of WrestleMania next year or something. Maybe like in that time, Seth Rollins captures the world title from Gunther or something, and then CM Punk wins the Rumble and they face at WrestleMania. I'm getting a little too hasty there. None of that stuff has even happened yet. But yes, that has been my SummerSlam 2024 predictions. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below because I'm very intrigued to see your thoughts and everything because I've got some bold predictions right here. Some predictions that I don't fully believe, but I think they could really go either way. And I'll see you guys next time with some more Jed Wrestling. And I will be doing a SummerSlam review tomorrow, so stay tuned.